Hello, lovely friends and family. A very warm welcome back to my channel. My name is Samira, and today, as you can see, we are making some fried yams and fish. Okay, I've served it with some chilies and some chili sauce or pepper and some shito, some black chili sauce, some chofi as well, that is turkey, right? Okay, so let's get straight into it and you see how I make mine, right? So first of all, we're making the marinade for the fish, and all the ingredients I'm using, they are popping up as you can see. So a combination of cumin, paprika, chilies, tarragon, turmeric, like a lot of them. So and some lemongrass and some black pepper, some garlic, ginger powder, all of those as they are listed as you can see them. So I just grind them and make them smooth. Okay, so look at how smooth they become, right? So I'm going to be sprinkling this on my fish, as you see me do in a minute. Okay, right? So this is my fish. It's just some red snapper, little ones, they're not so big, right? And now I'm sprinkling with some salt to taste, right? Okay, and then I'll add some there's lemon zest, okay, because it's fish, it can be a bit fishy. So fishy, that's like Arabic fishy. Okay, so I'm adding some lemon zest to it. Then I'll sprinkle my spice blend, okay, my fish spice blend to it. Then I'll leave it to sit to marinate for a bit. All right, so it's going to be marinating for a few minutes as I prepare my yam. Okay, so then we'll fry it when I'm ready. Okay, so yeah, that is basically how I prep my fish, and you can use this marinade for if you're baking the fish, roasting the fish, whatever you're doing it, like in the oven, on the coal pot, on the barbecue, you can use that. So now let's get on with the yam. So I've got this yam here. This is like Ghana puna, sweet yam, amazing yam. Okay, so I'm peeling it. I'll peel it with my knife, as you can see me do, and I normally like to do it in whole, like as a whole. I don't want to cut the yam into two because I want to cut the yam sort of like I'm just trying to I normally want to try to mimic the yam sellers how they do it, because I remember growing up like back in Ghana, that's how they peel it. They don't cut it into pieces. So my mind is telling me if I make it this way, it may taste exactly as it tasted back then. And trust me, it does make a difference the way you peel it. If you cut it into you know into small pieces and you cut it, it's okay. I'm not saying it's a bad way of doing it, but then I don't know, it's just ignore me, my fussy self, ignore me, right? So I'm just going to divide this whole yam into two, and as I say, I'm cutting along the grain, right? And sometimes you have this funny spots in the middle, so you try to take it out. It's like enche bianca, they say. So I actually stored this whole yam in my fridge for about a few days before prepping it, so because I wasn't ready and I didn't want it to go bad because the weather is too hot. So yeah, so it was almost there, but I won't allow me. You come and spoil on me. Is it your money we used to buy? I won't agree. You have to cook you before you spoil. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just dividing. I'm dividing the half into quarter and the quarter into 1/8 quarter or something. Then I'm cutting it. I'm slicing it. You know, just see as I'm doing, okay? If I cannot describe what I'm doing, just watch and learn. That is the only thing. Watch me how I'm cutting it, right? So I try to cut. You can cut it into big chunks if you want. I normally go for whatever. I just do what I fancy really when I'm doing these things. So this moment, this is what came into my mind. This is the sizes that came into mind to cut it this way. So, and when you cut it this way, it does look plenty though in your like, it seems plenty, but it's not. It's still one yam, but you get a whole lot in front of you, right? So yeah, you can cut it any sizes you want, and you give it a good wash. Okay. So what I do is after washing it, I wash it, right, and make sure that all that and everything. Then I pour some clean water over it and leave it to sit for a few minutes, not like me, about 15 to 20 minutes. I'll let it sit, right, to try and get some starch, around it. And what I'm doing here is I'm adding salt, a whole load of salt I'm adding to it. You know why in a minute, okay? So I will just put this aside and let it sit so that the salt solution, which is the salt solution, can seep into the yam. You see, I'm adding more salt. You get me? This thing is not going to be salty, trust me. You get where I'm going with this. So just abutre, okay, and stay with me. You see. So I let it sit for the salt solution to seep into the yam for a bit as I get a bit of starch off it, which there wasn't a lot of starch. So I drain it, and this is the yam I have. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be laying this on my kitchen towel. So I'm going to be frying it like in two different ways. All right, okay, I'm prepping it two different ways. I'm going to fry the normal way that we do our yam. You just do that, put it in salt water, and then you fry it. And another way to make it crunchy, if you're a fan of crunchy stuff, right? So to make it extra crunchy, so as you see, I'm draining the water by dampening it with the am I dampening it? What am I doing? I am drying it, okay, with the kitchen towel. Yeah, right. Then I'm going to let it sit for it to dry some more. In the meantime, we'll fry our fish. Okay, so I'm showing you this because I didn't show you how to make the chofi, because that chofi recipe is in my kinky video. So if you care to know how to do it, you can just check that one out. Okay, so I'm frying it in the same oil, so it's just fish. You don't need any special oil to fry fish. Okay, if you have old fish oil, you can use it to fry. So you can fry it two ways. You can fry it the Ghan way or the fancy way. The fancy way is the soft way, and the Ghan way is the hard way. Okay, so however you want your fish, you fry it that way, but I went for the Ghan way. Okay, because normally that is how you get it on the streets, okay, in Ghana. Yeah. So I've started frying my yam, and here this is the first batch, which is the normal way we fry it. I didn't realize my camera was not recording, so you didn't see me put it in the oil, right? But then it's still going to fry anyway. So you just leave it in the oil. It's just frying, and once you, it's like I fried it for about 10 minutes or so, or probably less, because it is how do we call it, smaller sizes. When it's bigger size, you have to fry it for a bit longer so that the inside will be cooked. Otherwise you get raw yam. Yeah. So the other one, the second bit, which is going to give us the so crunchy thing, I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to be sprinkling some corn flour or cornstarch on it, right? Just a little bit, like about half a tablespoon, right? And then I'm going to, shake it in the bag for so it's half a tablespoon, you see there. Then I'll shake it, like, in the bag for all the flour to coat the yam, okay? You use this to coat the yam. You can do this for potato chips or whatever chips, potato chips, like, if you want it very crunchy. We do that, you're going to get a crunchy thing ever, right? So this is what I'm doing. So I'll coat it. That's why it needed to dry. Also, to the corn flour will be soggy. That's why I needed to dry it, with the kitchen towel so many times and leave it to dry out. So here it is, and I've popped it out, and you can see the freezer bag. There's nothing much in it. It's all the corn flour the yam is coated nicely with the corn flour, or the corn flour is coated with the yam, whichever. Potogum shiegum, potogum shiegum. So my yam is ready. I always like to try one to make sure it's actually ready. So I take one out, as you saw me do. Open it up. I see that's fluffy inside. Bingo, it's cooked. I don't want to take chances. I don't cook with my eyes. I cook with my tongue, my mouth, my teeth, everything. That's how I cook it, right? So yeah, I take that one out, and the second one goes in. So as you can see, I'm putting in the one that is coated with the corn flour. And at the end, I'm going to show you how crunchy your yam can become. So if you want yam that exterior is crunchy and the interior is nice and fluffy, this is your recipe, I tell you. So you see, it's going to fry nicely, and once it's all fried, they all look the same. This one and the previous one, they look the same, but then the crunch is different, right? I think I failed to show the crunch of the normal one and the crunch of the one with the coated corn flour. This job is not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, right? So I didn't remember to do that. I was just concentrating on the crunchy one, right? So as I told you, I test it and it is correct. It has open it up, see that it's fluffy but still crunchy. Then I take it off. So there. This is very simple. It is so quick and simple, right? So you take it out, you put it on some kitchen towel to drain the excess oil, and then you serve it. All right, and your yummy. This is quick snack. We used to have it as dinner actually in the nights. That is how it looks like, and I'm going to do a bit of breaking for you to see. Okay, so as I said, I'll drain it, the excess oil with some kitchen towel, and then you will. So you see how crunchy it is, right? I'm glad you heard that. It's very crunchy, and that is it. It's just simple, right? So I hope you give this a try. It was really delicious. This recipe, it was just to die for. You feel like actually you've gone to some Kwanche and Hubi and you are Friday. I'm saying chofi and fish. Okay. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you give it a try, especially the flour recipe. And I will see you soon. And please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you soon. Next week I'll see you. Bye.